Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going over this BMW R60/2 and kind of going to tell a little bit of a story about the bike and where we're at now and our issue. So the customer purchased this bike sight unseen off Bring a Trailer, and in the comments section, I was actually bidding on this bike on Bring a Trailer, but in the comments section, someone had noticed that the bike had two different cylinder heads on it. So it had what they call an LK style cylinder head, and then what they call a butter head. So we'll go over the differences between the two later on in the video, but that was kind of a red flag. So the customer actually purchased two new LK reproduction cylinder heads and brought it here. And in the process of installing those heads, as well as kind of just giving the bike a general check over and making it roadworthy, I went to drain the oil and tons of metal shavings. So reported the bad news to the customer, and obviously he was disappointed, being that he just bought this bike off Bring a Trailer. And so I kind of presented him with his options. We decided to go through the motor. We rebuilt the engine, sent the cylinders off to be bored one size over, got new pistons, new gaskets, bearings, seals, the whole nine, and going back together, and I found something else, which was kind of suspect, but also kind of, made me realize why the bike may have had two different cylinder heads on it. So, follow along to find out, and let's get to it. So this and this are the heads that came off the bike. So just going over the differences between the two, this is an LK head. You can tell just how the standoffs are here, where the rocker arm assembly goes. It's just casted a little differently. This actually has LK casted above the spark plug hole. And one of the major differences, outside of the material that it's made out of, this is a much harder aluminum and less susceptible to spark plugs pulling out. But the spark plug hole is actually significantly deeper, so the LK heads actually take a different spark plug, an NGK B8ES as opposed to a B8HS. So why would this bike have two different cylinder heads on it? Why do you think? Do you think there was at some point catastrophic engine failure where it dropped a valve and destroyed a head, and they bought a used head not knowing that there was two different types? Do you think that, at some point, I guess I don't know. I have my opinions, but I'd like to hear yours. So I'm just undoing the intake rocker arm assembly on the right side. Do you guys know why yet? Why this bike may have had two different cylinder heads on it. So like I said, I did a ton of work on this bike. I completely rebuilt the engine. I go to put it back together, and this is what I noticed. You can see all these rub marks on this push rod here. And then if I hold this new push rod up against the old one, you can just see how bent the old one is. I didn't notice it when I took it apart, but when I was going back together, I like to clean out these holes on top of the push rod, just blow through them to get anything that might be stuck inside this little oil orifice on the push rod out. So I was blowing these orifices out, and I said, something ain't right. So rolling this push rod on a nice flat surface, you can see how a nice flat surface is being pretty generous. Let's be honest, this surface isn't flat at all. But rolling this push rod, for example, here's a brand new one. Perfectly straight, and here's the old one. Haven't even ran this bike since rebuilding the engine. It's still sticky in there on the cam follower from the assembly lube I have. So let's get this back together with that new push rod, and then we will adjust our valves. We'll have to take our valve cover off on our other side to do our valves, and we'll just go over a quick valve tutorial. But I guess if you've made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, that would be greatly appreciated. It's free for you and it means the world to me, so that would be awesome. So then with our spark plugs out, we'll just use the Kickstarter and rotate the engine until we come across, there's the F mark, we're looking for the OT mark right there. So I have both the exhaust to 0.20 millimeters, and which is the spec. That's actually probably on the tight end of the spec, but it doesn't really matter right now. And then we have the intake set at 0.15, and that's probably on the loose end of spec, but like I said, it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna do the same on the other side. And what we're gonna do is just adjust them both to in spec, rotate the engine another 360 degrees, and then one of these camshafts, or I shouldn't say camshafts, this bike only has one camshaft, but one of these rocker arm assemblies, cylinder heads, will be on top dead center overlap. So that'll help us identify which one. So as you rotate the engine, as I've been over in a million other videos, one side's always gonna be on top dead center overlap, where the camshaft is actually holding both the intake and exhaust valve ever so slightly open, while the other side is on top dead center compression, and both the intake and exhaust valve are closed. So this will help us identify that. Follow along. So this side is very, very roughly set. 0.15 on the intake and 0.20 on the exhaust. And then we'll rotate the engine another 360 degrees, and then we'll see where those valves are at. There's the F mark, there's the S mark, and there's the OT mark. So our left side cylinder here has an absolute mess of play, as we can tell. So what that tells me is when we adjusted it, this side was supposed to be on overlap when we adjusted it. So now the other side would be on overlap, and those valves would actually be tight, where now these ones are just extra loose. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna adjust our rocker arm end play, or sorry, not rocker arm end play, our valve lash to the 20 and the 15. On this side, rotate the engine 360 degrees and then adjust it again on the other side. And then when we're adjusting the other side, this side should be on overlap. So just adjusting the intake side here, I'm just going until this feels as if I'm dragging it across a magnet. Granted, this motor is going to have to be ran, and then all this stuff is going to have to be rechecked. But for right now, we're just adjusting it for it to, everything to work properly. So both the intake and exhaust are kind of right where I want them to be. So I will tighten this up. So this side is relatively close, but let's finalize it here. Perfect. And then we can reinstall our valve covers. So did you think that this bike having two different cylinder heads, do you think that potentially at one point in this bike's life, the piston hit the head, it dropped a valve, something happened catastrophic for the previous owner, I guess, or the previous owner potentially, to get a different cylinder head for it? I'm guessing that the piston hit the valve, just broke the valve off, and the valve messed up the head. When the valve messed up the head, the piston basically forcefully closed the valve, and that put the push rod in a compression state. So when the push rod was in that compression state, it just bent like that, and then he ran. Obviously the valve got destroyed, but the push rod took a big portion of the impact. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a safe ride.